Aquarius workshop, understanding the duality between envy and to impress. I start with a quote from Pathwork Lecture 148 with the title Positivity and Negativity, One Energy Current. And the quote is as follows. When you feel envy or the other side of the same coin, the need to impress others or to be better than they, try to feel the constructive power behind this need. For this need is only a distortion of the inborn urge to realize the best in you. When you do this, you will no longer find yourself blocked and paralyzed. End of quote from Pathwork Lecture 148. When we are caught in the duality between envy and to impress, we are emotionally immature and want to be more important, more special, and better than others. Out of defense, spite, or to punish others, we want to rule and triumph over others and make them inferior. We want to get certain benefits dishonestly, and that negative attitude to life causes innumerable problems. There is in this immature aspect a confused misconception that self-fulfillment and uniqueness come at the expense of others, and therefore it compares itself to others, which comparison is always either better or worse. In reality, this negative dualistic attitude to life of either being envious or impressing others is a temporary distortion of wanting to develop the best in oneself. The positive attitude to life, to give the best of oneself to life, actually contributes to others. Why do we find it so difficult to give the best of ourselves to life? We believe in the misconception that we are depriving ourselves when we give to life, and that we get richer by grasping and grabbing greedily by impressing and envying. But our difficulties and frustrations arise precisely because of this misconception, because this selfish and greedy attitude is harmful to life and others, and therefore also to ourselves. We need to understand that when we are constructively focused on the truth, I and the other are one, there is no more conflict between giving and receiving. Then we generously give the best of ourselves to life, melting the duality between envy and to impress, and we will experience the beneficence and abundance of life. In this workshop, we will explore with a loving curiosity the duality between envy and to impress through 3 themes from the Pathwork Lectures. The first theme: envy paralyzes the power of creation. At the human dualistic level of consciousness, we are envious because we believe in the illusion that either we have something or the other has something. Either I am better or you are better. Envy is an important element in all our problems. Envy creates self-loathing and guilt over our greed and jealousy. It paralyzes and blocks our creative powers and our efforts to reach for the good. We allow ourselves to be guided by the selfishness and dishonesty of the inner child who wants to cheat life by wanting to get more than it gives. The next quote stems from Pathwork Lecture 148. The universe is infinite in its abundance, and really knowing this makes envy impossible. For what the other person has is not taken away from you. What you have was never taken away from another. The misconception presents innumerable problems. It not only creates envy, but also guilt. It paralyzes the relaxed, powerful flow of reaching toward the good that can be yours. It makes you very hesitant to express and experience the best that is possible. It makes you see problems in a distorted fashion. It produces guilt for wanting and, at the same time, an envy of what others have. End of quote from Pathwork Lecture 148. The second theme. To impress is a proud attitude. The ego maintains itself with pride by impressing. We want to appear better in the eyes of others than we actually believe ourselves to be. We have a deep-rooted confusion that we have to be better than others in order to survive, to be loved, accepted, valuable, and respected. The immature ego considers itself more important than anyone else. It has a need to elevate itself over others by proving, impressing, or being in competition. This attitude inevitably leads to a sense of separation, untruth, and lovelessness. The next quote stems from Pathwork Lecture 199. Man's prevalent tendency to live for the sake of appearance rather than for the sake of truth, for the sake of his real feelings and interests, goes under the category of pride. The illusion of the separated ego state is so strong at this point that it seems more important to man to create an impression than to even consider what a tragic, wasteful sacrifice he makes for an entirely imaginary gain that can never be made. End of quote from Pathwork Lecture 199. The third and last theme. Giving the best of yourself unifies the duality. As long as we are envious and want to get more than we are willing to give out of fear of shortage, the desire to give the best of ourselves is distorted into proving we are better than others by impressing. We compare ourselves to others, and we are in competition. We do not see that we are therefore trapped in the vicious circle of emotional dependence. When we give the best of ourselves and don't want to get more than we are willing to give, then we will be successful. The last quote stems from Pathwork Lecture 128. The change lies in doing your best, in whatever area of living, rather than in giving the best impression. If you look at all your past findings in that light, you can determine the vast difference between giving the best impression so that the best will be thought of you, or actually doing the best in order to obtain a particular desired result. This is the very key that determines the real success you want in a vocation, in a rewarding relationship, in growth, and in self-unfoldment. End of quote of Pathwork Lecture 128. More information you will find on my website. I wish you peace and all the best. Thank you.